Welcome to another episode of Business Highlight, a show by the Boca Raton Tribune. In Business Highlight, we talk to local business professionals and highlight their companies to our viewers. I'm your host, Pedro, and before we get started, make sure to like us on Facebook, share the video, go to Instagram, Twitter, all the socials. We're all there. Boca Tribune is where you'll find us. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Nadine Heitz, the owner of Heitz Immigration. Thank you for taking your time to talk to us today, Nadine. How are you?
Hey, I'm great, Pedro. So wonderful to be talking with you today.
Yeah, great to see you. For those that don't know you, why don't you start off by introducing yourself to us?
Okay, well, my name is Nadine Heitz. I am an immigration attorney in Lake Worth Beach, and I'm the owner of Heitz Immigration Law, where we serve clients from all around the world and many clients that live here already who want to basically live and work in the United States. So that's what we do.
That's awesome. How did you decide to become an attorney?
Well, this is actually a second career choice for me.
Oh, wow.
I'm originally from Canada. I was born and raised in Toronto, Canada. And I was I was never an attorney in Canada. I was a marketing and advertising executive for a large retail department store. Some Canadians may remember Eaton's, a really, really big department store chain in Canada. Wow. And I had a really great career with them, kind of going through the ranks with them, working as the Toronto advertising manager and marketing manager for them. And then one day we traveled to Florida and we discovered Lake Worth. And I met somebody who offered me a job here to actually manage immigration law firm. And they liked that I had this kind of marketing advertising background. So I came here on a work visa to work as a management consultant for that law firm for years. And that's how I grew to love immigration law. And I realized that, the only thing holding me back from opening my own immigration law firm was that I wasn't an attorney. So I realized that, well, okay, so now what? How can I become an attorney? I already had a bachelor's degree in economics from Canada, York University. So I researched it, and that's what I decided to do. I decided to go to law school, and that's how I kind of came to be where I am.
So you came from the snow and you came to the sun and said, I like this better than snow. That's what you said.
Exactly. Yeah. You get to a point, as much as I love Canada and we still go back. I mean, my husband, my kids were all born in Canada. My husband wasn't born in Canada, but he was also a citizen. Yeah. We all came here and brought the kids here and been here ever since. Now, that was back in 2005. So we've been here since then. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you said you got your legal training here. So where did you get your legal training here?
Okay, so this is kind of unique because I actually attended a fully online law school, which is so awesome. And I think this is really a best kept secret. And, I can give your viewers a tip here. If anyone is considering wanting to get a law degree, to check out Northwestern California University of Law, NWCU School of Law. Mm-hmm. Check them out because they are located in California. Now, I've never lived in California, but the reason I chose this law school is because California has actually a number of these fully online law schools where you can get your JD degree. JD stands for Juris Doctor degree, which is what you need to become a licensed lawyer. And then, of course, once you get your JD degree, you still have to write the bar exam. I mean, I still have to go fly to California and write the bar exam and pass that in order to be licensed. Yeah. But the great thing is with immigration law, you can be licensed in another state like California, as I am, and I can actually practice immigration law in Florida or any other state. Because immigration law is federal, meaning it's the same everywhere. It's the same every state. So, I'm allowed to do immigration law in Florida as long as I only do immigration law. Like I, as an attorney, can't do family law in Florida.
Right.
But I could do family law if I want to do in California because my license is California, but areas like family law and criminal law and personal injury law, those are unique to the state. So I would need to be licensed in that state. But my intention always was to do immigration law. So I went online one day and discovered this law school in California. Again, NWCU, Northwestern California University School of Law, fabulous faculty. And we do everything online. I mean, I'm not going to say it was 100% easy. It takes 4 years instead of normally the 3 years of law school, but you can work full time while you're doing it. You can, you do your studies, all of the classes. We have real classes with professors. We have real, assignments and everything. We just do it online. And as many of you know now with COVID, everything is online anyways, right?
That's what I was going to say. It's like you did it before it was cool. Now everyone's doing it.
Exactly. Right. So it's a great opportunity for what you'll find at this type of school is you'll find a lot of professionals like myself who are doing a career change a little bit later in life. There's a lot of there's doctors at this law school that want to become lawyers. There's a lot of police officers who may, be interested in criminal justice and want to become a lawyer. So there's a lot of really interesting people going to this type of school. I really enjoyed it. I'm very close to the school to this day, promoting them all the time, and it's a great opportunity. So that's how I got my law degree.
That's awesome. So we're talking to Nadine Heitz, the owner of Heitz Immigration Law. Check out their website. All the information is right there. You can also call them at 561-290-0101. So Nadine, tell us a little bit more about your practice. Obviously you do immigration, but what are some philosophies that you do that you stick by?
Well, so first of all, we're here in Lake Worth Beach. New name. We used to be just Lake Worth. Now we're Lake Worth Beach.
Yeah.
And we have clients from everywhere in the world. Actually, most of our clients are here already. There are people that are here that may require changing their status to get green cards or to become naturalized citizens or any kind of immigration issue. And then some of our clients, of course, are overseas. They're oftentimes a family member may petition for another family member in their home country and bring them here. So we assist with that process. Sometimes there's people who are looking for business opportunities in the United States. So, if you're from a country where you have a treaty, there's certain countries that have treaties with the United States where you can more easily come here, invest in a business, start a business, and be able to work here and live here. So, we have clients from everywhere. And as far as our philosophy goes, I kind of look at it as what we pride ourselves on is honesty and transparency and efficiency. Those three things. Because first of all, honesty, sometimes lawyers get a bad rap, right? The lawyer who wants to wants you to kind of like coax you into something. And, there are some shady lawyers out there. Although, honestly, in the immigration practice field, I feel that most of us are pretty good. We're pretty honest. And I'm always going to tell you whether you qualify something or whether you don't. So I'm going to be upfront with you. If you come to me and do a consultation and I look at your history and say, sorry, right now there's just nothing I can do for you. Perhaps wait for maybe some new legislation to be enacted by Congress. That's a big topic right now, right? I'll be honest with you and tell you that. But for the majority of people that do come to me and we book a consultation with them, we go through everything. We are very transparent in everything from the beginning of the case to the end. So we will always let you know where you stand with your case. We'll always let you know what to expect. That's the big thing, right? How long is this going to take? When am I going to get results? We'll always, and then efficiency is number one with us because we want to make sure that we utilize technology and really be super efficient with all of our systems, especially now with COVID.
Yeah. I mean, touching on COVID, how has COVID impacted, your practice this year or this last year?
Well, yeah, I mean, last March, we all kind of had to look at how we handle our business. I used to offer in-person consultations to the majority of my clients, right? You would book, you would come, you would sit right here in my office with me, and I would meet with you in person. Starting March, we went to either phone or Zoom consultations only. And actually, it's working really good. So I'm pleased to say that I may never, go back to in-person consultations, except if the client insists. Once things get better, there are some people that really want to come in, and that's fine. But for many people, they like this. They like being able to, book their consultation online. I send them a link for either a Zoom meeting or we talk on the phone, and it's comfortable for them. And I can still take a look at documents. They can scan and send me documents if I need to look at them. So that's actually worked out okay. So we've also had to adapt some of our systems to make them even better, so that we have a way to collect all the information and documents from our clients. Because immigration, oh my God, there's so much paperwork. There's so much paperwork. There's so much information we need. So we like to send our clients now an online questionnaire, whereas before we would hand you a paper questionnaire that you would take home and you would fill it all out and you would bring it back to us. Now we're so much more efficient because we're actually sending our clients a link to an online questionnaire that they can do on their phone. It's an app that they open. They can do it on their phone. They can do it on their computer. They can start it, finish it later. We need a lot of information from people, and they can provide that to us easily, especially for clients that are not physically close to us. There are some clients we have in other states, some that are in other countries. So it's a really great way that we have found to get all of the information we need in a really efficient manner. So, basically efficiency makes us work better and less errors. And honesty and transparency is what our clients really know that they get from us.
That's awesome. What has been some of your favorite parts of practicing law so far?
Probably that it's just so rewarding when you have that client and you're able to either tell them you're approved for your green card or hand them their green card, or, when you find out that your client has now become a naturalized U.S. citizen and they're so proud of being a U.S. citizen now, to know that you had something to do with that. For immigration, it really is the type of law that you can really see a client through from one stage to the next and to the next. And what I mean by that is you may have a client that you get their green card for them. Now, 2 years later, let's say it's a married couple and they get a green card. They'll only get a 2-year green card if it's a marriage that was less than 2 years old. So in another 2 years, you need to do more paperwork for that couple again to remove the conditions on their 2-year green card, so they get the 10-year green card. Okay, so then you're carrying on with that same client 2 years later. Then a year later, you can file for their citizenship, because if they've been married and stay together for 3 years, the green card holder can get their citizenship in 3 years. So now you have another case to do with this client a year later for their citizenship. And now that they have their citizenship, they may want to bring their parent here from Brazil or wherever their parent may live. So then you work on bringing maybe a family member here. So our clients are with us for a long time, and it's really rewarding when you can really get to know your clients, and you kind of feel like, oh yeah, 2 years later you're talking to them again. Oh, gee, you had a baby now, and so it's really rewarding in that sense. And I think that's one of my favorite things with immigration law, particularly. It's not like you just take their case and then you never hear from them again. We really build strong relationships with our clients. And not only that, but it's also so rewarding because you are truly doing something life-changing for a client who,
Right.
may have been working under the shadows before, and now they're able to get a green card. I mean, that is truly life-changing. And that's why our tagline is opening the door to opportunity, because that's what we do. We literally open the door to opportunity for so many people that can now legally live here and legally work here, or maybe come here, maybe work here temporarily. It's really a fabulous, fabulous practice area.
Again, talking to Nadine Heitz from Heitz Immigration. Check out their website below or give them a call for a consultation. Nadine, so switching gears a little bit from, what's your part of practicing law and things like that, do you have any community organizations that you volunteer for? And if you do you want to tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, absolutely. Part of being an attorney, of course, we do always do some pro bono work, and volunteering is a big part of that. I'm a member of AILA, AILA, which is the American Immigration Lawyers Association, and every now and then they send out a list of cases that need some pro bono work. Pro bono meaning that I'm taking on the case for free. I'm not charging the client. I have one of those that I took on a few years ago. It's a really challenging asylum case, and it's actually still in the works.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully we'll get that person approved soon. Then there's also organizations like Catholic Charities that does a lot of awesome work for immigration. They hold a lot of free clinics in communities, and I get notification of those free clinics when they're in my area. We haven't been doing any now in person since COVID, but we used to do a lot of these, and I'm sure we'll get back to them again, where they would hold, like maybe in a church or a community center, they would, call out to immigration lawyers to come and help. So I would go maybe on a Saturday, and I'd spend several hours there, and we interview client after client after client, with giving them an analysis of their situation, and if they have a case, the Catholic Charities Organization, in conjunction with another Americans for Immigrant Justice, they can sometimes actually handle the case for free for that client. So there's some opportunities sometimes, because immigration clients don't have legal aid, right? So
right.
there are some states that are trying to now offer some type of legal aid for certain immigrant cases, but it's really up to the charities, the nonprofits, to try to help some. But even with that, it's really hard to get in there, because there's always a greater demand than there is the ability for them to take on cases for free. And then one of my absolute favorite organizations that I sponsor a lot is Be Like Brit, which is Brittany was a young girl who went to Haiti. If you remember back when the earthquake happened, there was a bunch of university students that went on a mission to Haiti to help with orphanages, and unfortunately, the students were there when the earthquake struck, and one of a number of them died. One of them was Brittany, and when she died, one of her last things was that she had texted her mom saying, "I love Haiti so much. I want to work with these children in this orphanage when I want to come back." And her mother and father started this organization called Be Like Brit, and since then, they formed a school in Haiti where they have about 100 orphans and students, and doing so many amazing things. And they hold events here. They hold walkathon events, and again, nothing in person lately. Their last event last year was virtual. But before that, for years, I've been sponsoring their walkathons and participating with that. So especially because the majority of my clients are Haitian. Here in South Florida, we have a Haitian community, and it's really great to support that community in that way. So those are a few things that I like to do.
Awesome. Again, talking Nadine from her Heitz Immigration. Their website is below, I believe, heightsimmigration.com. Give them a call at 561-290-0101. Nadine, before I let you go, I ask this question to everyone that comes on, so you're not going to be any different. What is an advice? Because I know you kind of mentioned a little bit earlier on in the show about some advice you'd give people that want to go into law. But what is some advice that you'd give to the younger audience that aren't really sure what they want to do yet? Maybe they want to go into law, maybe they don't want to go into law. Like, how would you give them, like, if it was me, like, how would you give me some advice?
Right. Well, the first advice I always give younger people is to really find out what you're passionate about. And, whatever job you do take on, you want to make sure it's something you really enjoy. If you think a career in law might be something that you want to go into, try to talk to some lawyers, find out what they really do. Maybe after you interview a few of them, maybe you think, oh, maybe this isn't really what I want to do. That's what everyone does. So whatever you want to do, make sure you're passionate about it, and because that's going to make all the difference when you have to work every day, right? You want
Right.
something that you're passionate about and enjoy. And
Mhm.
not only that, but also learn. I encourage everyone to learn how to be an entrepreneur, even if it's just a side job. There's so many things that you can do. Maybe you have an idea to start a business, and learn at an early age. I always recommend how to start a small business. What are some of the steps you need to take? And there's lots of resources out there. There's lots of online classes you can take, many for free, and really pursue some of these, non-traditional methods of learning, which of course is becoming a lot more popular now, right? Everything is
Yeah, for
online.
sure.
The young people now don't mind it, but
Right.
there in your spare time, even if you are working at a job maybe that you don't like, see what you can do. Maybe you can take a couple of classes at night. Maybe there's something, yeah, maybe it'll be a sacrifice for a few years to try to get your degree online
Mhm.
while you're working as a waitress or a waiter or whatever, sure, but the reward is going to be awesome. You just have to say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to take these next few years, I'm going to stick it out, I'm going to do this, and then I'll be able to quit that job and do what my passion is. So
Yeah.
that's what I recommend.
Awesome. Nadine, thank you so much for taking your time to talk to us today. Really appreciate you coming on. Again, if you guys have any questions or any want more information, their website is heightsimmigrationlaw.com, or give them a call at 561-290-0101. Thank you so much, Nadine.
Thank you so much, Pedro. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, that's going to wrap up another episode of Business Highlight. I hope you found this episode informative. If you've enjoyed the content, make sure to share with your friends on social media, YouTube, Facebook, all the whole nine. But tune back next week as we continue talking to local business owners about in our community. Until then, have a great weekend.